And first step for the case is now in the hands of the jury in the murder trial of former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr. He is charged with second-degree murder for shooting and killing Patrick Lyoya in April 2022. News 8's Byron Tollefson is live in downtown Grand Rapids as the jury continues to deliberate at this hour. Byron.
The jury was given this case at 12:40 this afternoon following hours of closing arguments. We have now been on jury watch since, been waiting for the jury to make a decision here. It's been just over 3 hours with no decision just yet. The deliberations follow 6 days of testimony from 23 witnesses, including the defendant, former officer Christopher Schurr. The options are second-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, and not guilty. The verdict must be unanimous. In a nutshell, Schurr's attorney, Matthew Borgula, argued this morning that he was doing his job as a police officer by pursuing someone resisting arrest, and that he had a reasonable fear for his life when Lyoya had the officer's taser in his right hand. On the other hand, prosecutor Chris Becker says Patrick was trying to get away, didn't point the taser or threaten to use it. Becker says Lyoya wasn't a saint. He was drunk driving and resisting arrest, but none of those are executable offenses, especially being shot in the back of the head.
When he fired the shot, he intended to kill. That is clear when you put a bullet in the back of somebody's head.
This is the decision you have to judge. Whether in the moment of the threat, he was afraid of that taser, incapacitation, or great bodily harm. Whether it was reasonable for him to make the decision he never wanted to make that morning.
It is important to remember the jury can consider the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter. That carries a maximum of 15 years in prison, while the second-degree murder charge can carry up to life in prison. We'll be out here monitoring the latest developments here as we wait for the jury to make a decision. Live in downtown Grand Rapids, Byron Tollefson, News 8.
And joining us now is Professor Tracy Brain with Cooley Law School. She has been with us throughout the trial. Thank you for being here with us, Tracy.
Absolutely.
As we know, Schurr is charged with second-degree murder, and as you heard from Byron just moments ago, jurors could look at a lesser charge like manslaughter. Talk more about that.
Yes. So late this afternoon, the prosecutor asked the judge to include a lesser included charge of voluntary manslaughter to the list of charges that the judge could consider over the defense objection. And what this does is that it gives the jury another option, right? So manslaughter is a lesser included offense, meaning that it requires a lower level of culpability and therefore has a lesser sentence, right? So 15 years as opposed to life in prison. The defense objected in part because, again, it gives the jurors this other option, could be seen as a compromise verdict, might confuse the jury. You know, you don't want the jury to come in. Some people want to convict, some people don't, so they compromised, right, on this manslaughter conviction. But the prosecutor's stance is that the facts in this case could support that lesser included.
If they aren't able to reach a verdict, what happens next?
So they can't reach a verdict. So Judge Mims, she will try to encourage them to try as best they can. So if they come and say, we can't decide, she'll encourage them to go back and try again. But if they end in hung jury, then the parties will have to try to sit another jury and do it all over again. So
yeah, something we both noticed throughout this trial, that the jury, you know, they've been really engaged in asking a lot of questions.
They have. They've been very intentional. They really seem to be trying to figure it out and do the right thing, no matter what that ends up being for them. But again, they've asked very intelligent questions all throughout the week and of both sides. So they really seem to be considering the very formidable arguments that the prosecution and the defense have made over the course of the week.
Thoughts and reaction on closing arguments today?
So I thought both sides did a good job of connecting the dots in their closing arguments, of really presenting the case. So in opening statements, they tell us what we're going to hear, and in closing arguments, they argue what we've heard or what conclusions we should draw from what we've heard. And I thought they did a great job. The prosecution, again, just emphasizing that, in their view, the officer put himself in that position and that he essentially can't paint himself into a corner with improper police practices and then shoot his way out, basically, like what his actions were unreasonable, and that he wasn't really fearful of this taser or shouldn't have been. The defense did a good job of, in contrast, saying that Officer Schurr had every right to be concerned that he wasn't going to go home that night because he was in this, struggle with this person who was trying to get a weapon out of his hand. So I think they both presented and I think the jury is going to take its time to really consider those arguments and kind of sort through how this should work under the law, where they should come down.
And they can look back at all the evidence and the
Absolutely.
video as well.
They have everything back there with them. They can send questions out to the judge if they like. And like I said, now they have this manslaughter charge, and they can, you know, consider that as well to say, well, you know, if he didn't intentionally shoot him, maybe he kind of got lost and it was his crime of passion, which is basically what a manslaughter charge implies. And, you know, they can kind of land there as well. So it'll be interesting to see where they come down.
All right, thank you, Tracy. We'll be back at News 8 at 5. And as soon as the verdict is in, you can count on News 8 to bring you that live right here on News 8 and WoodTV.com and WoodTV+.